What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know we get it in. But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding! Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I am kicking, and I highly appreciate all the support. Oh no, he didn't. Yes, I did, right? Part 5. Super Norteno, man. My Primo, the Primo that we all love and that we all can do without. Right? Most definitely. But not only is it my Primo, but it's the cast of characters around him. My tia, no, no, don't do it because I'll do it to it, right? The Kardashian herself, and then of course, Sheila. Oh, Sheila. Mugre, right? The Mucinex booger herself. She most definitely is the Hamburglar. And we're going to get into stories about what happens when you're in an open, but not quite necessarily open relationship. This is what it is with these two, right? So my Primo is super down, super hardcore Norteño, but at the same time, he likes to wiggle. He thinks he's a player, right? And when you think you're a player, other people don't got to tell you anything. If you win one time, that's all it takes. That's the type of individual he is. Hey, look, watch out. Hey, whoop it. Hey, look, chip out. See that chick? She likes my fucking Mongolian, right? He'll be fucking wiggling it from there to there. The type of auto that be fucking driving on the, never in his own car because he has one. He doesn't have one. So he'd be riding in the passenger seat like this, twirling his fucking Mongolian. What's happening? Right? Trying to get at every chick. And I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, this pimple-faced fucking white-looking guy gets chicks, right? But he doesn't know how to deal with them because, like I said, he tells war stories. Hey, over there in Vancouver, it was crazy. So there was all kinds of dudes transitioning and shit. It was fucking wild, eh? Right? Just different shit like that. Meanwhile, his fucking stinky, salty old lady is always at the pad doing a whole lot of nothing. She doesn't wake up past 2. And you know what it do, right? She's over there a little 2 something. Wait up. A little 4 something. Trying to floor something, right? She's over there just doing her thing. And they have an open relationship, meaning he can go wiggle as long as it's not in her presence. Because when she gets tired of it, then she's going to do a knockout thing. She's going to knock a bitch out. And I've seen it plenty of times. One time we're at the casino. We're at Chichanti. It's located in between, it's out there by Fresno and Course Gold. And we used to go there all the time. And I didn't really like to take him there because he's the type of motherfucker, he'll have $20 and he's holding on to it so hard, it's crinkled up and starting to drip sweat off of it. It's like fucking Eazy-E dripping Jerry Curl juice on Ronald Reagan's shoes at the White House. It definitely is sweating. He's like, hey, Primo, I'm going to win a jackpot right now. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to paint the White House red if I fucking win. Like, just because you win a jackpot doesn't mean you move into the White House, bro. I'm going to get presidential on this bitch, right? Watch out. Show! Right? That motherfucker be drawing all kinds of attention. You got vatos that are looking at him like, nah, man, that vato's something different. We ain't going to approach him, right? That vato be in there and then, hey, he'll go from holding that $20 bill and as soon as he sees a bitch twirling his shit, what's happening? That's just him. So anyways, one time we wiggle to the casino and like I said, he's holding on to a 10 or a 20. And his old lady thinks she's fly. Okay, for some reason, she had just got some of those TikTok type pants. The skin tight with the diamond cut. And these motherfuckers were just in her, right? And she's walking like this, she sways back and forth. And we get up in the casino and I do what I always try to do. Hey, you guys wait here. I'm going to go get us a drink. And I disappear for 3 hours and I gamble. And then I'll run into him. He'll be like, hey, what's still holding a 20? What's up, Primo? Hey, bro, shit, you got what? There's a gang of Southsiders in this motherfucker. Hey, not a Southsider in sight, right? Maybe a few Bulldogs and a couple Northerners, but not a Southsider in sight. But according to my Primo, this is like the fucking old Folsom Yard and it's Emmett controlled. He's just tripping like, hey, bro, we got to watch out. You know what I'm saying? Where were you at when the fucking vatos over there were me mugging my old lady? Luckily, she checked him because that's just how she gets down. But, at this point, I was very apprehensive. Like, oh, you learned a new word. My mom was with a white guy last week. So we're chilling, right? And we go to, there's a little like a club there. We can sit down, have drinks. They play music. It was like a Friday or a Saturday night. I forget, man. But it was bumping. And this was the same place where they tried to shake me, right? So we're there and we're kicking it. And his fucking lady, there's some chicks that are there and I spot them. And when I spot at him, I had a got at him, right? So I see him. I'm like, hey, Primo, trip out, right? Tell your lady go to the bathroom. Because once she goes in there to take a mouse, that's a good 40, 45 minutes, right? So he's like, hey, bitch, go take a shit or something. I'm starting to smell it. And then, you know, just the way you work, it's not the length or the weight, it's the way you work it, right? So she's like, I don't need to go to the bathroom. I haven't even ate nothing. I'm starving, right? He was like, well, go get you a fucking hors d'oeuvre or something with a hamburger patty on it. I know you like your hamburger patties, and then go to the bathroom, bitch. We're trying to do something. And she sees these chicks, and usually she wouldn't hesitate. You know, he's like the shot caller and she's the soldado. She does whatever my primo says. Hey, attack! She's on it, right? So she's like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. He's like, just get the fuck out of here, right? I'm like, yeah, just shake her, bro. They already seen her with us. We're just going to say she was just a fat bitch asking for money, right? So, of course, as soon as she gets up and the whole table tilts, right? She jams. I get up and I'm like, what's up? And I tell the girls, hey, what's up? You want a drink? Where you from? They're from Madera, right? Madera's not far from there, so they're local. So I'm like, ooh, I might be able to drop my cousin and this fat chick off somewhere, right? And wiggle with these chicks. And one of the chicks is fine, too. She's like, ooh, your cousin's a homie? And I said, ooh, to what degree of homie are you talking about here? What do you know about homies, right? I always start to get inquisitive because when you say the word homie to me, up north, that means Norteno. Down south, it means southerner. But when you say homie, bitch, you're clutched up. You might know something that I don't know. It's honestly, who did you date before? Who's fucking Huelga bird did you suck on, right? So I'm like, hey, what do you mean, homie? She goes, he's a northerner, right? He's a homie. And I said, yeah, what's up, though? Oh, no, my brothers, they're all from whoop-de-whoop, right? Oh, that's right, girl. So if we go kicking or something, you're not going to call your brothers, right? So she's like, nah, well, tell your cousin. I said, what's up, right? So I said, all right. So I'm like, hey, Primo, that chick is on you, right? They're over there laughing, giggling. He's like, hey, fool, you know, it's the style. It's the style. I told you, bro, we're winning. The Norte stays winning. I said, whatever it is, bro, I like her fat friend right there. The one that's just a little bit of, she got a little moogalicious going on, but not too much. I mean, she's, you know. And as soon as we're about to start approaching, like some sharks from Songho, right, we're going to go over there. Ta-da, ta-da. He's got him one locked in. She's already on him. And I'm looking at her friend. The Mucinex booger walks in. How do I know? Lay's potato chips. Like I said, it's always a faint smell. And I see her walking. And I feel her before I see her. It's like a breeze goes by. And she sits down. Okay? And I just, boom, right? And the chicks are looking at us wide-eyed. And I'm looking at them. And I have a puppy dog look like, help, right? And my primo's like, hey, you're fucking shit up, eh? Hey, look, this is what's going to do. You're going to grab the keys from my primo. You're going to drive his car. We're going to leave with them. Whoa. Bro, my transmission is slipping. And once she gets in, it's slept, right? No, she's not driving my car. No, she's not doing none of that. And she's like, you know what? How about you just drop me and him off and you go do your thing? And he looks at her like, bitch, right? Like she's really going to try to call some shots here. And he was like, hey, let me get at you, eh? Hey, do you mind, Primo? Do you mind giving us some space? I said, well, I mean, the way your old lady's pressed up against the thing, there isn't too much space, but I'm going to go that way, okay? So I wander off and they have whatever conversation. I can see him pointing in her fucking nose like this, right? And she's all looking like this, hungry, mad, and upset. And so I go back over there and he's like, hey, bro, just drop us off at the pad, man. My bitch is tripping. Now, remember, when he says these things, it's not like he's saying it behind her back. He's pretty straight up and she's pretty straightforward. She's always within ear distance, right? So he's like, hey, just take us to the pad. My bitch is tripping, right? Meanwhile, these chicks have already got up and left. Exit strategy, right? We done lost our grip. It's over. Free drinks for them. No pussy for me, right? My cousin, he was probably just going to sit there and tell war stories all night. So at the end, he really doesn't lose. And his old lady's all grumpy and mad, right? And I'm hearing something. I kept hearing something for the last couple hours, like, it sounded like, right? But I don't know exactly what it was. And finally, I just can't take it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? She said, I told you I was hungry. It was at that point I realized it was her stomach growling. So, of course, I said, don't trip. We'll hit a taqueria. On the way back, she was, yeah, because 3 burritos sound good right now. 3? Damn. Right? So, trip out, what happens? So, I'm disappointed, but whatever. I gamble a little bit more. I win. My cousin's fucking $10 bill still dripping. And we jam. He doesn't even use his money. He puts it back. It's a good luck 10. It's a good luck 10. Or is it 20? It's a good luck 20. No, I can't do it. Can't do it. You know what I'm saying? For the Norte. Right? So we jam. And of course, we stop at a little fucking taco truck. Get her a few fucking hefty cinch sacks. And we're gone. Okay? Now, Where he lives and where the casino's at is about 45 minutes to maybe an hour away at the most, right? Because he lives way out in the Cutlasses. We just ate in Madera. We left Course Gold. You drive for about 15-20 minutes till you get to Madera. We stop at a taco truck. We smack something there. By the time we're not even past Highway 99, the bitch just smacked fucking 2 burritos. She's talking about, can we stop at Carl's Jr. on the way there? Because them double westerns, they hit different. I'm like, oh no. But she's kind of arguing, okay? My car is riding like this because they both decided to sit in the back. I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's going to start finger banging her, so I have to roll every fucking window in here down because it's going to have a faint smell of tartar sauce, relish, and asada juice, right? So they're back there, and I can see them, like, she's bumping them, and, like, they're arguing, but they're silent arguing. And if you haven't never seen silent arguing, it kind of goes like this, right? So they're doing that. So I'm like, fuck it, right? I'm cruising. I'm trying to avoid them. I'm bumping music. And I can't bump too loud because the weight of her back against my woofers might blow out my fucking, my amps, right? So anyway, she's in the back. I'm cruising. We get her about to their pad, right? I told her we're not going to Carl's Jr. You guys are on your own. You just fucking ate, right? Stop it. It's like dealing with the 7-year-old child. So as soon as we get to the pad, she's all mad because she didn't get her fucking double Western bacon cheeseburger. So she goes marching in the house and my tia's sitting there. Oh no, let me guess. She's hungry. Again, right? So I'm like, oh, fuck. My tia already knows the program. You know, she's like, mija, because sometimes my tia is nice to her. Mija, if you want, there's a quesadilla I made like 6 this morning. It's a little hard, but warm it up. They don't have a microwave in that house, okay? Everything has to be on the comal or just straight on the burner. You know, that's the type of house you go in and it's always burnt tortillas with butter. There you go. Snack time. So I walk in, I sit down, what's up, tia? And I'm a little bit buzzing. I had a couple drinks. I ain't gonna lie, I was drunk driving and shit, right? So I get home, or I get to their pad, and my tia's just kicking back there. And for once in her life, there's no paisa there. It's kind of quiet. She's watching her fucked up TV. And my primo goes in the room and I can hear arguing, right? And my tia's like, what happened, mijo? What happened? He didn't want to gamble, huh? He didn't want to do shit. I know he's cheap as fuck, my son, right? And I'm like, hey, they got an argument over some chicks. She goes, oh, no? The other day, I could have swore there was 4 negros in here when I came home. I didn't tell him because he's upset, you know. He would have been like, hey, we don't do black and brown. We listen to black and brown music, but we don't go that route, right? And she goes, but, you know, it is what it is. And I know his lady fucks with dudes just like he fucks with chicks, right? It's a weird relationship. They've always done that. I swear they have 4 kids, and I'm going to tell you right now, 3.5 of them ain't his. That's just right off the top. You know, there is no way his kid looks like Cat Williams. It just ain't happening. You can't tell him that, though, because he'll be like, oh, Norty, that's my kid. You just blew that up, right? Straight up. Or she did. Look at her pussy. Yep, she blew it up. So they're arguing, and you can start hearing some blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't usually get involved in other people's relationships. I learned my lesson a long time ago. When it's a domestic situation, I'm a pessimistic situation, right? I see the glass half empty. I'm getting the fuck up out of there. Because usually, when real ones go at it, real cops come. It's going to get icky, right? But again, I'm feeling sorry for this fat chick because she just has that type of she's the type of chick, Sheila, where you'll be around her and she looks just lost. Like, she's just sad all the time and depressed. And she's always complaining about her weight. It's because smashing a double whopper. It's because he always cheats on me because, right? And I'm like, oh, shit. I don't know if she's if we're doing an exorcism at this point, or she's just trying to fucking tell me about she's lost in her emotions, right? So I'm like, hey, what's going on? And I usually feel bad for her, but at this point, she was the one that kind of fucked my game up, and I'm buzzing, so I'm like, beat her ass, Prims, right? But they don't usually never come to that. I mean, she beats on him, he doesn't beat on her. He's not that type of man. Nortenos are not allowed to touch chicks, eh? So it's good we don't get down like that, you know? You know what I mean? Hey, but we could pull her hair, right? He's different. So they're in there arguing and screaming, and my tia's like, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to watch Jerry Springer porque he has a man that I think's a woman, but she's fine though, right? I'm like, I'm trying to hit it from behind though. I'm like, oh no. I'm about to be going because my baby mama is calling me off the hook, and you know, I've had the phone on silent, but I could feel it vibrating on my thigh bone. And all of a sudden my cousin comes out and he's like, hey, Primo, drop this bitch off wherever. Drop her ass off in El Nido, right? Which is another little small town where there's nothing out there but catfish, crawdads, and fat chicks. So she'll fit in perfectly. And I'm like, what happened, bro? Nah, I'm buzzing, bro. I'm barely going to make it home. I got to hit the back roads. I'm cool, right? He's like, bro, hey, fuck that, bro. I'm cool off her, man. You know, she's hating this shit. He's like, we don't get down like that. You already know what the program is, bro. Wait up. Maybe you don't because you're not active, but you used to know what the program was. I said, I still know what it is. Well, I don't know about that. The homie said, right, you're considered. I'm like, listen, bro, fuck all that. I'm not giving her a ride nowhere. It's your lady. Go to sleep, bro. You know what I mean? You're tripping. And she comes out and she pushes him from the back. This motherfucker falls over the fucking, over the couch, over the coffee table, does the somersault, right? Jumps up, whooping, right? She's like, I'm tired of you. I'm leaving you. And he says, well, that's what I'm trying to accomplish, bitch. Leave. And she's like, no, you're leaving. I'm leaving you, but you're leaving the house. And my tia's like, what did I miss here? First of all, can I interject into this conversation? I'm like, oh, fuck, right? She's like, you, big bitch, fucking Tom Rathman, go to the room. Go to the room before I give me that quesadilla too. You don't deserve it. Go to the room and you, punk ass. Yes, mister, in the north side, this is how you write. Sit your ass down. I need to have a conversation with you. It's time to have a mother to fucking, I think you're my son's talk, right? And I'm like, hey, Tia, I'm going to jam. Then she goes, no, you sit your ass here too. It's for you too, motherfucker, because every time you come around, they argue. I said, I just happen to hit on the wrong days. No, well, today you're going to hit on this day. Literally. I'm like, oh no, fuck that, right? So I sit down and she's like, listen, wait up. Let me get situated and comfortable. Let me pull out my Glock and put it right there. What is this all about? My Primo's like, hey, she's tripping because me and Primos were gonna knock some bitches, and you know she usually don't trip. We got an open relationship. My tia's like, oh, very open. I smell it every night. It's never closed. I tell you that much. And and my Primo's like, nah, I don't trip when she fucks with black dudes and shit. And my tia, oh, you know about that? He said, yeah, like 2 months ago, she seen that nigga at the taco truck, and she was, no, oh, I thought you know about the four. The four? X4? I don't know. And so fucking, they're sitting there talking, and my tia's like, look, you love her. That's your baby mother. Let it go. Now, what I forgot to tell you is, for her having 2 kids at that time, they have 4 now, they were never there. And I never thought to ask, like, fuck your kids at, bro? There's more roaches in this house than there are kids. Where's your kids? You know, you can only imagine little baby kids running around with red paños on their head, because that's how it would be. Like, where the fuck are your kids? Well, what had happened was, you know, in most Mexican relationship, she had lost her kids because she was high on dope, and CPS had took them and they went to her mother's house, so she would visit her kids. He would visit his kids. I mean, they did. My tia was like, I ain't taking those little motherfuckers. They're not my sons. I guarantee they're not my sons. We don't look, mijo, do we look like that? No, Mom, he is my son. No, just because you named him fucking whatever you named him doesn't mean he's properly named. Rehome him, because he's not going to live in my pack, right? So my tia's not fucking, she put her foot down. You go or the kids go. In fact, fuck it, all you go. Straight up. Guardo, right? So I'm like, oh shit. So my tia's like, you have to be nice. That's your baby's mom. She's giving him good game. She's trying to be nice, right? This chick comes out and swings. What do you mean they're not your kids? And clips my cousin. Hard. Thumper, right? Remember I said she hits hard, right? Sheila hits him. Boom. My Primo. And I've never seen this before. He starts crying, right? Literally tears of rage. Not he was sad. And this fool ripped his fucking t-shirt off in 2 halves, right? Now, remember I told you yesterday I seen him when he ripped off the pink salmon fucking red t-shirt? And he was like, oh, this was the time when he ripped it off the first time. And have you ever seen something disintegrate? Well, that's exactly what happened here. It literally disintegrated. And that motherfucker was, hey, I could see old Corcoran in the back of his head. He was fucking on the yarda. That vato started reaching to the back because he probably had something cheeked. He's been known, right? No, not that. Let me grab. You know, he was getting his Wes Watson on, and she just freaked out, and she rushed him like this. No, big old fat bitch. And I tried to grab her. So I grab her, and I'm holding her like this. And she's heavy, right? And I'm like, oh no, right? And my cousin's like, huelga, right? He's getting his huelga on. He's trying to calm himself down, right? That vato runs in the corner. He's like, get her, Primo, for I fuck her up. And he starts doing chain breakers, right? Huelga birds. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, right? He's trying to calm himself down. My tia's, get the fuck out of the way of the TV, fat bitch. I'm trying to watch Jerry. Like, the commercial's over, right? Enough of the conversation. Didn't work. Mijo, it didn't work. I'm like, help, tia, help. She was like, no. Help do what? I'm on welfare. I can't help nobody, right? I'm like, oh, fuck. We calm the situation down. His chick's all crying. She goes out to the car. She's leaning literally, takes my fucking back of my trunk all the way to my tire. It's scraping and she's crying. And I feel bad. So I tell my primo, what's up, bro? And he was like, nah, bro. I told her, I don't even trip when she be fucking with other dudes or she's on the phone. You know how I do it? I try to get her to bring dudes over here so I can fucking smack them and get money. And I'm like, yeah, but why was she tripping? He goes, I don't know, bro. Maybe it was the mix between a starvation and I don't know, bro. She just was in her feelings today. I said, maybe she's on her period, bro. It's like a fucking avalanche is what that is, right? We don't even have to discuss that. So I'm like, okay, let me talk to her, right? So I go out there. Navato's over there mad. Right? And I'm like, let me talk to her. So I go out there. I'm like, Sheila, you okay? And she goes, the whole time, eyes just locked on my scrotum. I am now, right? I'm like, no. So, hey, I literally have to cut my balls and hold them when I'm talking to her because I feel violated. I feel like she's diddying me, just staring at my scrotum like fucking Diddy was staring at Mike Tyson's, right? I don't want to be involved, but I'm like, hey, look, I got to leave and you're fucking up the thread on my tire. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go in the house? And hey, you guys, why are you mad? He wasn't even trying to get at the chicks. He was trying to help me out. And she was like, it's not even that. You know, I think he's fucking cheating on me. I think he's going to leave me. I said, where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? There's only one place that my primo goes. That's either to the bed with you or to the Norteno Twilight Zone. You know, huelga. He doesn't go nowhere. And so I start talking to her into it. And then she's like, can you do me a favor, right? And I said, yeah, my primo's out there now hugging on her. Like they're together, right? I love you for so many reasons. He's trying to coax her by rubbing on her hairy arm, right? And she was like, can you do something for me? And I'm thinking like, oh, no, you can't suck my chorra because see, the way that works is my old lady will smell tartar sauce and she'll know right from the gate that I was somewhere near your mouth. And she was like, you think you can go to Burger King and get me? I literally had to fucking drive 30 miles from Gustine to go get Burger King to bring her back a cold-ass Whopper to make her happy. Truth and facts. The moral of this story is these are two lovers, like a Mary Wells song, that are inseparable, literally, when she rolls over. Sometimes he just goes along with her for the ride, right? But they do love each other, and they're the perfect couple for each other because she's down with whatever. And in most cases, he needs her. I'm telling you, anything. Hey, he'll be watching a movie. Oh, this is a fucking film. Wait up, man. I think that vato was in that movie Training Day. He's a Southsider, isn't Sheila! What? What is he? Oh, yeah, he's one of them things. And then she'll walk away. He's like, see, even my old lady knows. She's with the programa, right? That's just the type of relationship they have. Has he beaten her up before? No. Has she beaten him up before? Yes. Several times. But I believe that sometimes it's called for, and he needs that. He needs to be regulated a little bit. Let me tell you, he's been probably DP'd more times by his old lady than he has by the cause. That's real talk. Hey, the type of homeboy that'd be like, hey, I'm going to go in the water and chill with the homeboys. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. Girl, carry the stank for me. And she's down. You know, the biggest fat chick with the lokes on and the hair all flipped up and the red poncho around her face? Oh, Sheila. She just has an affinity for fast food that I can't get over. It's like she smells permanently like molded fast food. It's a true story. One of these days I'll bring them on and you're going to be like, yeah, you're going to see, I swear you'll see a pickle stuck to her chin or something. It's just the way it goes. Anyways, with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. A domestic issue is never a great issue. It's never good. But their domestic violence ain't really domestic violence. It's a vato that fucking is stuck here and a fat chick that is stuck there. And that's just what it is. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. We got a banger coming tomorrow. Oh, do we, right? You don't even know part 6 is in the mix, right? Hey, and that one, I'm going to tell you about me and him and some of the craziest shit that we had ever done and how this motherfucker foiled a master plan. We'll get to it tomorrow. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, strive for what I honestly and truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. You guys can't get enough of this shit. But it's fucking facts, and it's real. I don't believe that your cousin exists. Do you believe my pipa exists? You don't have to. She'll tell you. The gun.